Yeah, it just a day where a few too many untimely mistakes and big plays.
Yeah, you win them and you lose them. And that's what's so. I told the guys before the game about the ball being shaped funny, that you just don't know which way it's going to bounce and which way it's going to go and the way it's going to be, the way the game is going to play out. Even big games you win big, you still have those moments in it where it flips and switches, and you forget about those because the outcome was a win. You think more about those in situations like this, but I am not ashamed or disappointed.
No.
There is not one kid that didn't play this game today with all of his heart. And, that's hats off to them. That's a good program for those kids to be resilient. You use each other. I think they've used us for these last few years. We've beaten them for them to come in here and execute and just make a few more plays than one touchdown than us.
Yeah, you play a good team 3 years in a row, and sooner or later they're going to get you. I mean, all those many years in a row in the playoffs, sooner or later it's going to happen.
Yeah. So I'm ecstatic with Miles and Foster and Deshaun, Flip, Ernie, BJ, Man, Chappie. I could go down the list. Flip. I said Flip. Ty Irby. These guys played their hearts and souls out for this team, and I give a lot of credit to everybody that and other kids in other programs. I told Gus this before the game. I said, really think about how resilient these kids are, because this group of seniors, everybody had the hearts felt out for the seniors last year because it was a COVID year and it was full-fledged, and then it was no school, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you stayed home, so everybody kind of dealt with that. But who's there to pick up the pieces and get it back on track? These kids have had to learn how to get back in the classroom. These had to, follow class schedules. For all the schools that were online, I mean, they didn't have any of that relationship building. They didn't have, the grind of everyday practices and everyday weight room and all that, the drag out long of it. I am just, this senior class means more to me than any senior class that I've had, and I love all of them with my heart and soul, and God knows that. But this senior class, what they've done to put us back on this with that lower level, with us having so many young guys. What other class of kids can win as many games and play and give us as much excitement and get it down to that wire here with so many underclassmen and never missed a beat. They never asked, they never pointed a finger, they never put the blame game. So this senior class, I took a picture with them, and they're going to hang in our locker room, and they're going to hang in my weight room, and they're going to hang in my office. And I haven't done that with any senior class, just because I have a picture and they all mean something. But this class here, if you don't love this group of kids, then there's something wrong.
Let's talk about the emotions you're feeling right now. You kind of expressed in the speech how proud you were of your senior class, especially for leading a bunch of those young guys up, and they fought tooth and nail to the bitter end.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Miles is out there throwing up. The emotions are mixed because I'm excited to see him go on. All those names that I named, Sean Crawley and all those Dominic Sugar, all those names, those guys are going to play on Saturday. This is probably one of our biggest classes that's going to go off and play and be very successful. But I don't want to say goodbye to them. I want to coach another week with them. But unfortunately, that's not the way it happens. And in life, to be successful in life, you have to put yourself in positions for failure. Nothing ever just comes along by sitting around not taking chances. And so we know this is a possibility. We know this is an opportunity that we could feel these ways. We haven't had to do it in a long time. But it's good sometimes to really get you to understand and appreciate some things. So, but yeah, I don't want to see the senior class go, but we always tell them is that I'm not your coach anymore, but I'm a friend forever. And I hope they'll continue to call back and lean on us and need us. But yeah, like I said in the speech, there's so much taught this year. We all learned to love each other, trust each other, respect each other. We understand what responsibility is. We understand what hard work is, and discipline. And to me, those are lessons that we learned in the last 14 weeks.
Coach, after the pick late there, looked like you guys were in a position where you were going to be able to come back and make a real game out of it. And then just that last snap and the fumble.
Yeah, that's we ended up moving. Our center was out, came back. These kids have gone through no excuses. They won, we lost. But so our two centers were battling some things, and then that happens. But we had other opportunities. That one play there should have. There's so many plays throughout this game that we're going to look back and wish we had back. But we don't get them back. So all we can do is look at them, embrace them, see what we can do better. And then when we come across a situation like that in life, whether it's being a son, being a worker, being a father, being an entrepreneur, in college, how did I handle that situation? How should I handle that situation? And I'm going to be okay. And that's what these guys got to understand, is it's going to be okay. They are incredible, and this is just the beginning of the rest of their lives.
I know Mackay's been getting a lot of reps at quarterback in some of the games you had more control of, but was it going in, was that part of the game plan, or was it just a switch you guys decided to make?
Nope. It's the same equal amount. There's some things that Mackay does really well and feels comfortable with. Remember, Mackay's a quarterback that's been going to camp with us since he was 5 and 6 years old. So Miles is a kid that was a quarterback in the 7th, 8th grade, but never really played a lot of it. So for him to be out of position, everybody knows him. But he ended up, he's an all-region quarterback, he's an all-conference quarterback. He's accomplished so much. And we threw a lot at him. It's not easy just going in there and making reads, and coverages and having people trying to take your head off, So he's going to have a very successful college career. I just hope he doesn't take too much of the blame for this. And appreciates what he's accomplished and what he's done. And then now he's going to hand it off to Mackay, And Mackay does a really good job of understanding the offense and having a grasp on it. So now it'll be, we're going to have a quarterback battle next year with Julian Neely, Princeton, and Mackay. So, iron sharpens iron, and we're excited about what we have back. But my heart's going to stay with these guys for a while.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for everything you guys have done. All the coverages all over.